someone called in and said, why don't we hear more about Kansas? Because Kansas was a horrible failure under Governor Sam Brownback. He went in with a Republican legislature. They cut taxes enormously on high wealth individuals. They cut taxes out for people who incorporate and S corps, and it was devastating. They destroyed the Kansas educational system and the higher education system. It devastated. It did not bring in more tax revenue like it was supposed to. Their job growth was anemic relative to the rest of the country, and particularly those states around them. So much so that Republican lawmakers increased taxes. Here is Steve Scalise on Fox and Friends. Coming back, a victim of political violence, talking about what needs to happen in this country.
About what you want to get to the president's desk before the midterms. Obviously, historic tax cuts passed on your watch, the president's watch. A lot of people said this couldn't be done. You brought the corporate tax rate down big time, also individual rates. There's talk about tax reform 2.0. Can you get that done? What is it? And can you get it done before the midterms?
Well, the main idea behind Tax Cuts 2.0 is working with President Trump. We want to make these tax cuts permanent. Look, they're working incredibly well. And like you said, we're seeing this great economic growth. President Trump led the way, and he said, we want to rebuild our middle class and stand up for those forgotten men and women who had been lost and left behind the last 8 years because of such a slow and weak economy. And despite what President Obama wants to do, trying to take credit for it now, it did not happen under President Obama's watch. Our economy was in the tank. President Trump helped get it out of the tank, and some of those tax cuts expire in a few years. We want to make that permanent to remove any of the doubt and uncertainty in our economy.
So if you can pass that by the end of the month, you put it in the Senate's lap. There's talk that Mitch McConnell, the leader, may keep Democrats and Republicans in the Senate, not the House, around in Washington in October when they want to be out campaigning. What's a Joe Donnelly, a Joe Manchin, some of these moderate Democrats who were not on board with tax cuts 1.0, what are they going to do if all of a sudden they've got to vote up or down, make the tax cuts permanent?
Well, the pressure's really on, and you really can't call somebody a moderate if they voted against giving people more of their own money. And look, these are principles that are not just Republican ideals. They've worked every time they've been tried. When Bill Clinton cut taxes, the economy got going. When President Trump cut taxes working with us, the economy got going again, and people are hiring workers. People are getting off the couch that had given up looking for work for years to become part of the American dream again. This is what we go to work for, is to help improve the lives of people.
Okay, stop. The idea, there's a lot of people sitting on the couch like, I'm not going to go work until my taxes get cut because I'm just going to stay here. Now, incidentally, for those of you who are younger, there was actually a president between Trump and Clinton. There was actually two presidents between Trump and Clinton. One cut taxes, the economy went into the tank. One raised taxes, and the economy started to grow. So the idea of these tax cuts having any implication on the economy beyond maybe a nominal impact on the margins has a huge impact on wealth distribution and income disparity. Huge impact. But like I say, if you want to answer the question, what happens if you cut taxes on the wealthiest people? How does that help revenues? You have an answer, and it's in Kansas.
The give people their own money line is really irritating to me.
Well, of course. It's ridiculous. It's not their money. You can't go. You think it's your money? Go burn it. See what happens. You could get arrested because it's not your money.
Also, like, most of who they're giving the money to are not people, right? They're corporations and capitalists.
Well, they're giving the money to people. It's just that it's a very narrow set of people that they're giving it to.
Yeah, if you count the ruling class as people.
Right, exactly. Jamie's aware they're all lizards, changelings. But they're giving money to a very narrow set of people. If I was worried about the deficit, I would be a little bit concerned because they've run up the deficit, but it's used as a political tool to basically discipline Democrats when they come into office. And that's why it's already worked. You already have Nancy Pelosi going around talking about PAYGO and the dumbest political move that I even can't express it.
Seems like a glitch, actually.
You don't think the deficit is a kitchen table issue, Sam?
I don't think it is.